I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. When God is taking you through a season of isolation, of regrouping, there is no need to feel embarrassed. The moment you get over your embarrassment of what you're going through, the quicker you can learn your lesson. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So, the other day I told you guys that I got a car miraculously through bad credit, having stuff on my credit. Now I'm about to tell you guys I actually faced eviction as well. And it was around the time I lost my car as well. In that season of my life, I was going through so much stuff. And it wasn't because I was incompetent. It wasn't because I was lazy. It wasn't because I just decided just to give up on life. No, it was due to obedience, y'all. It was due to obedience. A lot of people will not understand my story and many other story, but I lost the things I lost out of obedience to God. God told me to let them take my car. God told me to move out of my old apartment, to actually break my lease and allow them to let it hit my credit. Like I said, I was making on-time payments with my car and to my old apartment, but God said no. Now, in that moment, you won't understand, well, God, if you knew it was bad for me, why let me go the longer route? Why did you allow me to go the embarrassing route? Why did you allow it to hit my credit? Why would you allow it to, you get what I'm trying to say? You ask questions like, if you knew that was the overall plan of it all, why did you let me go through that route, the most embarrassing route, the eviction, the repo, the whatever y'all are going through, right? Well, God put on my heart, one, it was for protection, but two, because he's going to use you as a testimony. Now, I'm not going to up front tell you you're going to get used as a testimony, but eventually you're going to catch on, right? Once you get out your feelings, once you get out of the embarrassing state of mind. So much happened to me back in 2023, 2024, that I had to move back in with family and parents. And in that moment, I did not like it. I was just like, God, how I go from at the top, high credit score, on time payments, to now moving back in with my mom and roommating with my mom and roommating with family. And God was like, because here's the caveat to that. God was calling me to do things for his kingdom, ministry with y'all, start a business. And I'm not saying you can't do that while having a family and all that stuff, but it was a lot harder because I was a single mom. So when I cried out to God, I'm literally saying, God, you're saying you're wanting me to do this and this and this for your kingdom. I need help. So he said, okay. And this is what I tell people. When you cry out to God and ask for help, don't always, how can don't be so quick to push off the help, because he might be helping you in a way that you would not think about, if that makes sense. So like, you'll be like, God, I need help with money, money, money. And then he'll end up having somebody you don't like bless you with the money. You'll be like, that is not the help I asked you for. Like he do stuff like that, to where you ask him for help and he might send help, but it might not always be the way you thought he would send the help, if that makes sense. Well, when I was asking God for help, I was like, you're wanting me to start this business. You're wanting me to do this, but I need help. And it's also consequences. This is not all just a help situation, but it was due to consequences as well, because I was being disobedient in that season of my life. So it was like partial consequences, but it was mainly, he was doing it for, he was like a Romans 8:28 situation. Go read Romans 8:28. So when I ended up getting evicted, I moved in with my mom, moved in with family, and all in all, that ended up helping me restart my life back over. When they repoed my car, they helped me restart my life back over. And so in that moment, I was like, Lord, how can I restart my life with a bad credit score and this happening to me and this happening to me? And I want y'all to remember something. God is not a credit score. God is bigger than numbers. God is bigger than a credit score. God is bigger than a repossession. God is bigger than an eviction. God is bigger than a hospital bill. God is bigger than illness. God is bigger. So even if that stuff is happening to you, God can miraculously use that situation and still bless you with a home, with a car, with the finances, with whatever. God is bigger than all of that. So that's what he was trying to teach me as well. He was like, girl, my algorithm is way bigger than a repossession and an eviction. And so now I'm living in a blessing and an opportunity to where I have started my life back over, and I don't have the stress of, oh my gosh, I have to pay a $13,000, I mean 13,000, 1,300 apartment bill, or a $600-$700 car note on top of insurance, because I was paying about almost $700, including my insurance back in 2024. I was paying $700 a month with my car insurance and car note combined. He was like, you know, you could have used that $700 to invest in your business like I told you to start, right? So even though those things happened to me, it ended up Romans 8:28, because even though I got evicted, God actually saved my life. When he told me to move, come to find out, it was mold in the apartment. I'm sitting up here asking God, why did you let this happen? Why did you let this happen? All in all, he revealed to me there was mold in that apartment. You don't like that I told you to move, but it was mold in there. So I saved your life. That's one. Two, you don't like the fact that I allowed them to repo your car. I told you to let them take it. It was too high. You didn't have enough money to pour back into you. You didn't have no money to pour back into the business. I know what I'm doing. All you got to do is trust me. So this is why I'm making this video. I don't care about the embarrassment. I don't care about people trying to be funny and screen record and send this to other people. This is my testimony. I lived it and I survived it. Now I'm telling you guys, if you are going through it or you went through it, you're going to survive it. Get past the embarrassment part and get back in the game. Yes, it's embarrassing. No, it's not fun moving back in with family. No, it's not fun losing a car. No, it's not fun losing a house or an apartment. No, it's not fun. But feel the feelings. You are allowed to feel sad. You are allowed to feel angry and hurt. You are allowed to feel like, God, why is this happening to me? Feel the feelings. Validate it and be like, yeah, like this really did just piss me off. Like, I know my life is supposed to be better than this. And now that you have felt the feelings, take the feelings, go into prayer with God and be like, okay, so now if you, honest to God, don't know why certain stuff did happen to you, ask him, why did you allow this to happen? Now, some people do be knowing their consequences and they know why they got repoed and eviction and all that stuff. But honest to God, if you don't know why, just be like, so Lord, what's the game plan? Why are you allowing this to happen? I need to know what's going on. And little by little, Matthew 6:33, the more you seek him, the more you literally go into prayer and fasting, he's going to reveal it to you. But all in all, he's going to end up using this as your testimony. I told y'all, I went from a $700 with insurance and car note combined. I go from $700 to now $300 car note. Okay, I now live comfortably to where I don't have to stress about bills so much, and I can pour back into me, my kids, and my family, and my business. It did not feel comfortable at first, but it was necessary for the journey. Okay. And also, this whole situation built my character. I have boundaries. I look at people and things differently now. I'm not so just, giddy, kiki. I have more discernment. My discernment has sharpened and I grew closer to God. I idolized the luxury apartment I was in. I idolized my old car, but now I'm more appreciative of the little things while you're on the journey of building wealth. Does that make sense? You get what I mean? Like, so you become more appreciative. You don't take things for granted, because we can get all high and mighty sometimes and we can get beside ourselves. And God is like, baby, humble yourself. before I got to humble you. So I'm humbled. I'm good. I'm straight. Go talk to the Lord.